All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning to another live stream. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Haste.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning to another live stream. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Haste. Make sure I turn down this music a little bit, maybe.
Yo, yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, yo.
If you are new to these streams, what we do here, we take a look at NQ price action, see what we did on the day, see what we kind of what we can do going into tomorrow. I think today we'll also do a quick little review of the previous week's trades, just so to keep our memory nice and fresh. Sometimes we'll look at crypto. Right now is not the time, waiting for those quarterlies to open up. Maybe we'll take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum just to see where those can go. But other than that, a lot of these coins have been just consolidating, being shitty. And then we'll also take a look at some stocks that just two or three names we'll give out, 2 or 3 names, and then the rest of it is can be found inside our Discord. And for that, you can go to www.papertrace.io. Other than that, let's get into it. So NQ today, let's see, inside our Discord, we said we could possibly see a nice little move like this right there. No, not that. That's a possibility of maybe going into the rest of this week today. But we had this liquidity right there, hourly fair value gap up above, price reached into it, rejected, so they gave us a solid continuation, or not continuation to the downside, but a solid rejection given that we were pumping up above that Sunday open. And if anybody saw that post earlier that I made about why we treat that level with such importance and how we are able to just say, okay, well, it's possibly going to retrace after a sweep of liquidity, is because that level is important, right? Any candle is formed with a bottom wick, top wick, whatever. One of them is manipulation. Both of them are manipulation, then the body. So if we just start pumping up above this opening level, that means there's no manipulation to the downside. So price needs to come down, manipulate to that. Well, a lot of times it needs to. Sometimes it doesn't come down, manipulate to the downside. That is how we were just able to take a look here and say, okay, yeah, we can sweep this and possibly have a nice little retrace to the downside. Initially, though, going into that 9:30 session, we had this OTE of the London session. Yeah, I cannot fucking speak today too. Fucking running on 0 hours of sleep in the past 48 hours. Fucking retarded. 36 hours. I don't know. I lost count. But initial retrace into the OT of this session, right? We can see a nice little bounce right there at 925. We hold this 618 perfectly after the sweep of these liquidities. We do get this one, and I believe we got this one as well. It's a tiny, it's just like small, slow sweep. Then our VIX fixed indicator is also going off, so you could have taken some longs up to this liquidity right there on that hourly, right? So we were about right there. Could have taken about 236 points. And then from here, we had a nice little manipulation, no displacement above this level. You can see on that 5-minute, we didn't have any solid displacement there, or we did, but no like fair value gaps or no continuation. And then during the macro, we saw manipulation above these levels, no closing above, and just a nice little flush to the downside. That's kind of what we played there today. Let's take a look at this past week, just because we didn't do the stream yesterday about these. Let's see, Monday, I need to stream for you.
You see.
Monday. I still have a lot of them. Damn. Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, Monday right there. So similar thing, we always want to measure that 15-minute or any sort of range that we have. We always want to measure the manipulation, just because if we are being bullish, if we're being bearish, we want to see how that OTE either holds or rejects if we're being bearish. So in this case, this was bullish. So we had this 15-minute OTE. The price held this OTE overnight. Then we had a retrace. We had a few fair value gaps on the 15-minute, one right there that held, and then a 5-minute fair value gap with a retest of that previous high. Break above that high, retest this fair value gap with a breakout of the high, and then a continuation to the upside on that. I think this was when we were sweeping that previous weekly high, and we were also hoping to see a previous weekly low. So right here, yeah, on the hourly, on US 100 over here, we swept this level right there, which was that high. We swept it right there. So from the midnight levels, we can draw out our manipulation leg. So on US 100 look a lot better, but here this is kind of what we're gonna take. There you can see retraces into that 705, rejects that, and that gives us a projection to the downside as well. And you can see how some of these levels are lining up. That's the biggest thing you want to look for with these projections, is for a number to line up with the liquidity that you have. So we had that -3 lining up, -4 was pretty close, and -5 was lining up with these liquidities right there. And you can see we reached that -5 to a T. Over here going into right into that 930 open, we sweep that previous 5-minute close candle and that previous 5-minute high. No displacement above it, the body's holding below it, and we see that nice little continuation to the downside. Oh, it's Tuesday. And what was this fib that I drew out? What's that? Oh, that's another fib. Yeah, another one. There's your -5. I'm sure you could have made it a lot bigger, but that's what we had there. Wednesday. So Wednesday, very similar play. All right, we had that HFT no hold above the previous weekly high. So yeah, previous weekly high was somewhere above here. We reject that previous weekly high right there. Sweep of the 5-minute liquidity right there. Same thing at 930. And just a nice little continuation to the downside. And then the 15 minutes, your open high, low close candle. Similar thing that we've talked about. That's Wednesday. What is what is this arrow? Kind of what we were looking for here. Oh, okay. Right here on this one, we retraced into this hourly fair value gap, or this hourly order block. This was that day on Wednesday or Thursday where we retraced down, tapped right into it over here, saw a nice little continuation out of it. And you can see right there. So if we go on the 1 minute, you can see this OTE perfectly where price came in, held that 786. You can see the way the bodies are respecting that 705. So if the bodies are respecting an OTE level, you're going to see a continuation. So we saw a little bit of a continuation. You can probably measure this range right there and see that we rejected probably around a 786. Yep, there's our 786 rejection, and a nice little continuation to the downside. Liquidities Friday honestly didn't even chart out because Friday was just absolutely just a fuck fest. Like, I don't even know what's going on here, but you could have taken the fact that we swept that previous or we swept the Asian session low, and then we swept the Asian session high. So we could have possibly played out the SND model, which you can see swept both sides, the New York sweep both sides, and that's that model is something that we talk about consistently here. In terms of what we're looking for into tomorrow, like I said, we do still have some liquidities to the downside. We can possibly, on a higher time frame, we can retrace into the OTE of this leg to the downside, like on the 4-hour. I can see that happening. Let's retracing somewhere into here and then rejecting to the downside into what we drew out right there. But that's just me being goofy silly. Just want to see what they do here because we are still above that 1550 on NQ, so it's kind of our trend indicator for the upside. But that's what I got on NQ for today. Take a look at Bitcoin and ETH and Sol. The 3 horsemen. Bitcoin got a decent CISD there. But I don't know how much I trust that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That weekly and that monthly. I mean, the monthly swept previous monthly low, but it still can't get just above this this closing level right there. Above that 115, 116, call it. Still can't get above that. And yeah, this is probably rejection of 786 or 618 right there. Yeah. 618 to a T. Ooh. If we get back below, if we cannot continue above this previous daily high or just the opening price of that candle, likely going to see more continuation to the downside. Tomorrow's the last day of the quarter, so watch out. They could fuck around and do something silly on these. Just this quarterly is looking neither bullish nor bearish, honestly.
Yep, just undecided.
Yep. Honestly.
Yep, just undecided.
Yep. Yeah, she's interesting. Same thing, I bet. Same thing with ETH too. ETH undecided. Yeah, pretty similar. We are below that monthly opening price, so That is the biggest thing for us now. It's, do they want to retrace it all the way into this OTE right there, which would be pretty fucking gross if they did. Would be good, would be cool, but also gross. 0.5 right there is 3,000, but 0.618 is going to be that level that we've previously struggled above. So retest of that would be pretty gross. 2,800. That'd be insane. Came back.
That would be insane. That'd be nasty.
But I like the way that we bounced on this order block right there, or whatever you want to call it. Technically, maybe not an order block, but I like the way that we bounced on this area right there. So far, holding this fair value gap, continuing to hold above it. Just want to see what they want to do going into this next month, this next quarter. And then Solana. Pull it out of here. Solana is also looking a little grim, below the 200 EMA. Technically did pretty much reach the point D on the animal. Started to reject from there. It's pretty cool, if you ask me. In terms of other names, I'm not seeing anything that's like really worth buying right now. No, we're smacking someplace here and there, but it's kind of like no man's land right now, I would say. Do you got anything on crypto?
I agree. Dude, no, I haven't touched it. I will not touch it until the new quarter opens. It's just not worth it.
Yeah,
for me.
That's fair.
I like swinging, and you cannot swing in this shit.
Nope. I would agree with that. Yeah, it's very like a smash and grab environment right now.
Yeah, I'm better at swinging for sure.
Let's take a look at some of these names. RPD. It's going to be one of those, I think, good-looking stock names that could possibly continue to the upside. Monthly is looking okay. I will say that. The only thing is like just how far into this wick we are on the monthly. 3 month is still looking a little iffy. Oh, actually, maybe we'll sweep that previous 3 month low. Right there. I'll put that OB right here. And then maybe we're gonna put an alert on this guy too. Add alert on trend line. Create. Cool. So once the price hits this trend line, we'll see if we want to go into that 3 month with a small little dump, sweep this low right there, and then continuation to the upside.
Yep, I like that. We will see what it gives us.
DraftKings is another one on the watch list. Daily hopefully keeps that SFP and gets back above that 200 and back above this 42, 44 level. See, it's been a level of previous resistance just around there. That 42, even 24 would be a little better. 42, 24. If we can keep above it, I can see us continuing a little bit higher, but we need to also get through that 43, 53 on that one. Monthly doesn't look terrible, but we do have an outside month. That's the only issue. So we could still come down a little lower to these 39s as we have a fair value gap that has not been filled. The 3 month is also, this looks like a fucking crypto chart.
It does. It really does.
Like a fucking disgusting ass crypto chart. And let's see what other one do I want to share with the class today. I guess Rivian weekly. I want to see it continue to hold this either probably inverse fair value gap right there, since we displaced it. Continue to hold this. As on the daily, we are looking a little iffy, and if we don't want to hold that, then obviously I'll be looking for this OTE right there. This will be completely fine with me, as we do have some retesting to do. I think that will be that for me in terms of what I'm looking at. And well, that's not all that I'm looking at, but everything that we're sharing on the stream.
Yeah, the only other one I really, really like is JD.
JD.
Still like that one.
Yep.
And honestly, GameStop doesn't look bad on the monthly. I don't know why.
Dude, people have been talking about it.
Look at the monthly. The daily and weekly look like shit, but
Didn't they just launch something?
I don't know.
That they like just came out with some Pokemon thing.
I'm not sure.
I'm tripping. GD, what was that other one with that fucking solid ass breakout? The OTE. ANF lifted with that. There's some place that we're looking at, I guess. CrowdStrike.
It was a different time. It was a different life.
RCL. Not Rivian. But God, Rivian looks fucking bottomed, though. Not saying they can't sweep all of this still, but for the time being, it looks pretty good to go. Was it Lulu, I think? Yeah, maybe. Lulu. Yeah, which one was had that breakout? CCL is playing out how we wanted it to. Selch bouncing on that 50% inside that fair value gap.
Ouch looks crazy. Octo looks good.
Chipotle Mexican on the
Fucking Macy's.
looks greasy.
No, Macy's.
Oh, Macy's, yes. Yes, Macy's is the one that we were looking at. This breakout right there out of this triangle with an OTE hold of this whole range
The
on the
monthly.
weekly is just fucking beautiful. Like, the monthly looks just absolutely perfect. Weekly looks good. 3 month looks fucking great. I think maybe that little sussy bottoms. Well, than that, these ones, those are the names that we got for today.
Yeah, I really just want these higher time frames to open up, guide the way.
Yep. And we also have non-farm payroll this week, so stay cautious. Typically during that time, right, we see per ICT, we see a manipulation of the market into that quarterly or the monthly candle. So whatever we choose to do, either buy it up or sell it, wherever we go. Depends. Don't quote me on that, please. So that's why if you do see some weird price action, it's because we are ending the quarter and we are also going into NFP this month. All in the same week. That's kind of fucked. We have a lot of red folder news this week. Like tomorrow we got jolts at 10 a.m. So right, 30 minutes into market open. Non-farm employment change on Wednesday at 8:15 a.m. That's Eastern times. ISM manufacturing PMI at 10. 6:30 unemployment on Thursday, or 8:30 for my Eastern friends. Friday, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, also at 8:30 Eastern, and then ISM PMI at 10 a.m. So a lot of fucking red folder shit.
Holy fuck.
Plus, I'm sure some fucking Trump speeches along the way too, addressing whatever he loves to address. Other than that, I think that will do it for today. Just a quick one. Just a quick little stream. Quick big stream.
Yep.
Not little. If you are new here, help us grow the message, help us grow the streams. We're sharing this stuff absolutely for free. Make sure you give it a like, give it a share, tell your friends about it, tell your mom about it. Grab some popcorn next time we're going live. If you are wondering, typically check the at the Paper Traders Twitter. We'll usually post whenever we're going live on there, or you can also check out www.papertraders.io. And at the bottom of that website, there's going to be a link to all the previous live streams that we have done, and there's also going to be that most recent live stream on that page displayed. Working on some cool things for you guys, so stay tuned. You can always check out www.papertraders.io once again to see what we are all about, and any updates that are getting posted are going to be on Twitter. Make sure you check out at Hazed Beats on Twitter as well. Phenomenal guy. Absolute fucking legend. Learned a lot from him, so give him a quick shout. get them to 3,000 followers, we're going to do a lifetime giveaway for a Paper Cherries membership. We did one not too long ago, or maybe it was pretty long ago, but we've done 2 so far, and we also still have 1 more lifetime spot left, I believe.
Yep.
On there, on the website. So check it out. We do weekly, monthly, whatever, right? But we're not here asking you to go subscribe. If watching the live streams is enough for you, that's enough for us too. Just give it a like, give it a share. Word of mouth is how we grow. When we get me to 3,000 followers, I'm gonna call my job and be like, "Hey, good morning. Eddie no longer works for you. He works for me, Donald J. Trump." So I'll put in my 2 weeks using Trump voice. So like it up, share it up, and 4,000 followers, I'll stop talking about your moms. Other than that will do it for tonight. Mr. Hayes, you got any words of wisdom for us?
I'll say, back up your shit.
Back up your
That's all
shit.
I got. That's all I got.
A fucking man. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm going to do my best to be there in the morning and cover what we got overnight. Peace out.